Hi, my name is Maceo Lewis, and welcome to ML Sports Talk. Today I'm going to talk about Game 4, Clippers Nuggets. Now, I actually attended this game. My wife and we went to the Intuit Dome for the first time. This is, I believe, the first year that the Clippers were playing the Intuit Dome. They made the playoffs, so this is the second game at Intuit Dome. The first game was the other night that they won. I suppose I attended the first time they lost the game at the Intuit Dome. I'll get to that later. But anyway, so we were able to enter at about an hour and a half before tip off. We got free handouts for coming in 30 minutes early. We got a free Harden t-shirt. And then when you go to the seats, there was like the rally towels and the clapper things. There's many food options there. If you're a vegan, they have a vegan buffalo cauliflower wrap. They also have an Impossible Burger. But just make sure if you get the Impossible Burger, get the ones in the wrapping because it's kind of hard to tell when you look at the sandwiches when you go into the lines. Um, which sandwiches are regular meat, which ones are vegan. So just ask somebody, and they'll point it out to you. But the staff is very helpful there. One of the staff members helped me set up the Face ID. Another was explaining how the Face ID worked when you order food. So they were very helpful, very friendly. I even got a Jack and Coke. This is the first time I've seen like a Jack and Coke in the same can. So you don't have to buy the Jack and the Coke separately. It's already mixed in the can. And don't worry, I didn't drive to the stadium. My wife drove, so I wasn't intoxicated or anything like that. The stadium looked modern. It was very artistic outside. There's like a Clipper ship with where the sails are made out of basketball goals. The parking is very convenient. Inside, there's like a 360 degree video screen, and it has like 3D aspects to it. So, for instance, when some of the players score, not all the time, but sometimes they'll show the player on the screen and then they'll point, and it looks like their hand is like moving outside of the screen. It's really cool. And no, we don't have to wear 3D glasses or anything. And then they'll show the stats up there, all these different like graphics and videos. It's pretty dope. It looks a lot better than the um, the former Staples Center. Like on crypto, it looks better than crypto because on crypto they'll have the stats up there, but it's kind of like hard to see sometimes, and it's like in like the middle of the arena. But here it's like a 360-degree screen, so anywhere in the stadium you can basically see it. So it was an overall good experience. I can't wait to go back there. And I even caught a free T-shirt. That's like the first time where you know how like they throw out the free T-shirts, and I actually was able to grab it and snag it, and now I have that in my collection. The bad thing about it, I mean, dealing with the 405, I mean, there was traffic going on the way there, but it was a nightmare getting out. It was kind of like trying to leave Dodger Stadium. It was a nightmare leaving from the parking lot to the 405, and then the 405 was all backed up, and we're going to the um, Santa Clarita area from Inglewood to the Santa Clarita area. So, I mean, and the Clippers, they normally don't have many celebrities at the game. I didn't see too many celebrities there. I mean, I think I saw Jim Jackson. There was like some Asian kid who was taking pictures, but I didn't know who that kid was. But apparently he was some kind of celebrity because people were like trying to take pictures of him. And of course, Steve Ballmer, he was like the owner of the Clippers, was sitting in front to the left of us. So anyway, that's just my experience with the Intuit Dome. Now to the game. So I mean, basically, the Nuggets, they had the lead most of the game. In fact, they were up by as much as 22 points during the game. And it was interesting because, like, when I was like looking at the stats and looking at the scoreboard, I was like, okay, the stats look kind of close. Like, the Nuggets had a slight edge, but like, it didn't look like they had like a 22 point edge in terms of scoring. But anyway, so the Clippers made a huge comeback, and at one point, so the Clippers didn't lead the whole game until Bogdanovich hit a 2 point shot. He got a rebound and score, and that put the Clippers up by one at 111 in the fourth quarter, and that got the crowd pumped and excited and everything. And then, but the play, I mean, essentially it came down to the last play of the game. So the score was tied. Joker had the ball. He shot up a three. He missed badly, but Gordon at the last second got the ball and dunked it, and then the clock went up, and so everybody in the crowd was like, "Oh, run the clock, run it back, run the replay." Because I mean, I thought that the clock had run out when he still had the ball in his hand, and so I'm looking at the replay, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, it looked like he's still touching the ball when the lights on, but unfortunately, the official ruled that he wasn't touching the ball when the clock ran out, and so unfortunately, they won the game by 2 points. So when you look at the stats, I mean, it pretty much came down to that field goal. I mean, the stats were pretty even. For field goals, the Nuggets had 40 field goals, the Clippers had 39. And the percentage was roughly the same. It's slightly more for the Nuggets. They might have took one less shot to get there, but I mean, it's pretty much even. Threes, 10 threes, 10 threes for both sides, even. Free throws, even at 11 each. And they both shot the exact same percentage, 68.8% from the free throw line. Rebounds, Denver had the slight edge at 47 to 43. Assists, Denver had the slight edge 28 to 25. Steals dead even at 7 each. Blocks, the Clippers actually had more blocks, 5 to 4. Turnovers, the Clippers had the least amount of turnovers with 10, and the Nuggets at 14. Points in the paint. Now, this is interesting. So the Clippers actually ended up having 54, 52 points in the paint. But for the most of the game, Denver had the lead in terms of points in the paint. I noticed that specifically in the stats when I was watching the game. And then, when the Clippers made their run, they closed that gap and eventually took a 2 point lead in terms of points in the paint. So anyway, that's the stats breakdown in terms of the individual players. So for Denver, Joker, double, 36 points, 21 rebounds, 8 assists, just 2 assists shy of a triple-double. I mean, this is why I think this guy's the MVP of the year. But anyway, that's a different subject. Porter and Braun had 17 points. Gordon, the guy who made the winning shot, had 14 points. Now that reminds me, so there was a play, there was like a fight that broke out during the game. I caught like the very beginning of it, and basically it looked like to me that Gordon punched Powell in the face. And so the officials looked at the replay, but they essentially assessed three technical fouls to both sides, and then washed out. So nobody shot free throws. But it looked to me that, I mean, I was thinking that Gordon was going to be ejected, and they showed the replay on the screen, and everybody was like, saw the punch to Powell. But unfortunately, I guess the officials blind or something because they didn't see that punch. So anyway, and sure enough, that Powell, who should have been ejected, made the winning shot to win the game. But anyway, he ended the game with 14 points, and Murray had 13. Now Murray, those 13 points, it seemed like he made more than that. To be honest with you, Murray, he tears hearts out in the fourth quarter. That's like, aside from Joker, that's one of the players I'm scared of when he's playing my team, because there were points in that fourth quarter where obviously the Denver was up, and then the Clippers were making a run, and then Murray would come down, hit a big jump shot, and keep the lead going for Denver. And so those 13 points, that I don't know why that it says 13 points. It should be more than that. But anyway, Clippers. So Kawhi had 24 points, 9 rebounds. Powell had 22 points. He was hitting clutch threes in the fourth quarter. Zubac, he had a double, 19 points, 12 rebounds. I mean, look, Zubac can't stop Jokic, but I mean, he can still get you some rebounds, get you those putback shots. Like when the Clippers miss shots, he's there to clean up that garbage, clean up the basket. So he had 19 points, 12 rebounds. Harden had 15 points, 11 assists. And so, I mean, that's pretty much the stats for the game. So anyway, that's my take on Clippers Nuggets Game 4. Subscribe to ML Sports Talk so you can hear me talk more about some games and sporting news. And until next time.